And a chance for everyone to get some shots up. Find the touch. Find the range. Find themselves. We're almost at game time. Good afternoon, everyone. We're about to get started with some Saturday NBA action brought to you by 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And checking out some numbers for Norman Powell.
And guys, he's fighting it a little bit at the free throw line. In the past 10 games, the stroke just hasn't been what we saw earlier in the season. He'll be trying to right that ship here tonight.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Nurkic is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Bailey. Then it's Keontae George. And it's Mikhailuk in a shooting guard. And for the Heat, they've got Andrew Wiggins. Mitchell is out there with Hero. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Adebayo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So, Greg, tonight is night 2 of the back-to-back. These can't be easy to play in.
Yeah, this is a test of will and really of conditioning as well. I expect there to be some big swings tonight. Should be a fun one. Always feels good getting that first one in the bank.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
A nice shot by Mikhailuk.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now, here's George. Right now, he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. Bailey with a wide-open look. And another 3 for Utah.
Yeah, this is why people like to play with Mr. Markkanen. This guy is a solid passer out of that forward spot.
Here's Powell. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Sinks the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 6 points.
Well, this is what you call hitting the ground running. 4 shots taken, 4 shots made.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down-shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. We appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. A nice shot by Mikhailuk.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
So, Greg, offensively for the Miami Heat, there is room for improvement.
Yeah, they realized they were in need of another elite shot creator aside from Tyler Hero. For all his growth, teams have been able to key in on him and dare anyone else to beat him.
First free throw is good. And in the summer of 2022, Greg, the Utah Jazz traded away their franchise cornerstones, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And that signaled the beginning of their rebuild, but they've overachieved for a couple of seasons now that ended last year when they really bottomed out.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And George, here we go. Here's Bailey. Marquez defending. Back to Markkanen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good on the three-point shot.
Love to see the 7-footer Markkanen go right up with it. Doesn't give the defense time to react.
The Heat with the lead. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. He told me when he was watching film of their opponent, what stood out was Lauri Markkanen's efficiency. Coach said Markkanen doesn't need high usage to be effective. He gets a lot of his points off of movement, and he brings versatility to this offense. Guys back over to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Nailed from three-point land. Mikhailuk's got 7 points.
And it's definitely been a shootout here. The first team that actually starts playing some defense may end up having the edge.
Shots good by Hero.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Heat.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Here's Jaquez. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Bailey with the ball. Now defended by Wiggins. Pass to George. Beyond the arc. Scoring his 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Powell for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Now here's Markkanen. Last game 26 points, and Utah another 3.
And how about the response by Markkanen? Made 3 on one end, he comes right back for his own team. Love it.
Here's Mikhailuk. 7 points in the game. George finds Markkanen. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Markkanen's got 8. Here's Jaquez. Down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Launches a 3, buries it from 3-point range. 11 points in the game.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Markkanen with it. Nurkic a screen on Wiggins. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Heat lead by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you guys from the Heat in this one?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
So on the floor for Utah, we've got Collier. Kevin Love out there with Filipowski. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2-guard. Here's Collier, and here's Love for 3. It's up, and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Now, here is Smith. Still yet to score. Up top, Jaquez. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
Well, Dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
Let's go, Heat fans. Give it up for your Heat Ice Squad.
And some changes here for the Heat. Powell comes in for Khalil Ware. And Davion Mitchell subbed in for Smith. Here's Markkanen. He's got 8. Back to Filipowski, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Yeah, fundamental basketball here. Passes on time and on target.
Mitchell kicks to Adebayo. Here's Jaquez. Knocks down the 3-ball. Jaquez has got 21 in the game.
This guy has been in attack mode this quarter. The defense might want to intercede here.
Markkanen. Jaquez with the rebound. The Heat leading by 7. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 23.
Boy, bringing tremendous energy right now, and his teammates are absolutely feeding off it.
Pass to Markkanen. Takes the 3. It's good from long range. And with the trend, Greg, toward a faster pace, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything, but as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
Here's Markkanen. Heat knocking down the tray. Hits it from 3-point range.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Adebayo finds Jaquez. Shoots. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And the Heat lead by 8.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Pass to Filipowski. Inside. And Markkanen throws it down.
Now, this shows you how dynamic Lauri Markkanen is as a scorer. If he feels good, boy, the numbers come in a hurry.
And Erik Spoelstra wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. So both teams making some changes here. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Keyonte George.
And the trend is exactly what you want to see. Consistently moving up. Not only is he improving his own skills year to year, he's been more and more confident in letting the offense come from him out there.
Here's Jaquez, and he has 28 points for the game. Yep, that one goes.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
The shot by George, no good. Miami leading by 8. Jaquez outside, sinks the triple. Jaquez has got 33.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot. The Miami Heat's head coach Erik Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Back to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Powell, that's good.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And last season, the Heat with their worst finish in a decade. Greg, it was surprising.
Well, the Jimmy Butler saga hung over the middle part of the season. The team's best player had 1 foot out the door even before they traded him. So now this team pivots towards that younger core.
Here's Mitchell after the made shot from Lauri Markkanen. Pass to Jaquez. The tray. And again, Miami with the triple.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
They get it back. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. No good on the triple.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jaquez. Launches it. Trains it from beyond the arc. Jaquez has got 39.
Yet another three. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that...
And again for three.
He's got this defense scrambling. And even when they've got two guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Miami ahead, up by 16. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan pass or shot. Give me the beat. They're thinking about the shot. One more time. A round of applause for our contestants.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
And for their matchup with the Mavericks, coin toss. In fact, I'm going to make a prediction. This game goes to the last shot.
Jetstradamus. We're going to have to keep a tally of the predictions by you two. And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the Heat.
Dominant performance from this offense. As a fan, you just have to admire it and see what they're doing.
Yeah, they're hitting the three major E's: effective, efficient, and entertaining.
I like the way you did that.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Jaime Jaquez, what a contribution.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. Mitchell is out there with Hero. Then it's Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Powell in at the small forward. It's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Mikhailuk. Back to George. Clock at 6. Fires from the wing. Again, the Jazz score.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Man, the triples keep falling. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Uncovered. And it's Miami with the rebound. The #1 overall pick back in 2014, Andrew Wiggins. Certainly capable.
Elite length and athleticism. His shot creation is more good than great. He has that 2022 All-Star nod to his credit, and of course, a championship from that same season.
And Hero the bucket on the assist by Adebayo. 13 points for Tyler Hero.
Boy, you have got to be pleased with the start of this third quarter. 3 for 4 out of the gates. Just keep your rhythm now.
Here's Bailey. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. Bailey's got 11 points.
Yeah, I thought the D might prevent him from getting a clean look, but that was the ideal time to break out the reverse.
Wasted no time on that one.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Markkanen looking it over. A 3 ball. Traps in the tray. Markkanen's got 24 points.
Little competitive spirit from Lauri Markkanen right there. Counters with his own 3.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Bailey passes to Nurkic. To the inside. Norman Powell with the rebound.
Amazing tenacity attacking the basket, and I'm sure he won't miss that next time.
Shots good by Hero.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And the Jazz call time here. Change here. Akaz is checked in. And Utah with a change here, too. Filipowski, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Bailey with the ball. And Akaz picks him up defensively. And here's Nurkic. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Individually, he's trying to lift the team. You've got to love the effort, but thus far, not getting over the top.
Pass to Akaz. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. A 3-pointer. Wiggins bangs home the trifecta. Wiggins has got 9 points.
Well, increasing consistency from range. This is one of the things Andrew Wiggins is working on.
Here's Bailey. Nurkic up top. Pass to Filipowski. In low. Again, the Jazz score.
Great dish from Nurkic there. He really has a sixth sense for those reads.
Here's Hawkins. Good. Another from 3.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Erik Spoelstra said, quote, "The way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work." Back to you guys.
High praise indeed. Allie, we thank you very much.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
From downtown, connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game.
And it's a four-way tie now. Himself, Curry, Zach LaVine, and Dame Lillard.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lets it go with a 3, and again for 3.
And of course it falls for him. That 3 pushes him into the history books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. This is a night we will never forget.
In all those great shooting performances from Klay Thompson, well, this night belongs right there with him. And guys, getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right?
Good, another from three.
And that is a three that will put him in the record book.
A historic performance by a historically good shooter. One of the best games anybody has ever had.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is bested. What a shooting display.
And so it's Miami going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everyone, as we continue on a record-setting night.
And a three-point barrage, the likes of which we've never seen. This man is etching his name in the history books.
The Jazz shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want, when they want it. So on the floor for Utah, Lauri Markkanen is out there with Filipowski. Then it's Collier. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 2. And the Heat call time here. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Miami. And yep, another basket. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Here's Collier. Outside, Markkanen. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Markkanen's got 27 points. Jaquez outside. And good, he hits it again.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, we know Markkanen can flat score the basketball, and right now he's got his rhythm going.
Puts up a deep three, and again, Miami with the triple.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Jazz have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Markkanen a screen on Jaquez. Count it, good.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
The Heat have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Jacks up a 3, and good! There's another.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And Markkanen throws it down.
And Markkanen, a big-time athlete. Set that lob up in the air, and he'll finish.
The Heat have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Pass to Jovic. Here's Jaquez. Another one goes. Incredible.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Picked by Markkanen. Here's Hendricks. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. For the 3, he got it again. Sensational.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. I mean, he's into the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and Wilt's...
And another one falls. Amazing.
And that puts him even for 3rd on the single-game scoring list. Simply amazing.
I'm at a loss for words. Greg, his has been one of the greatest offensive games we'll ever see.
And to equal a mark set way back in 1961 by Wilt Chamberlain, that tells you all you need to know.
2 on the clock. Another miss by Utah.
Oh, the analytics department is smiling after that one.
And we keep seeing franchises' values going up, Greg, including the Boston Celtics last season selling for over $6 billion.
Man, those are some deep pockets. And don't forget the Lakers going for in excess of $10 billion as those well-heeled individuals.
And again.
And incredible. Never thought we'd see another player score this much.
I mean, it feels surreal, doesn't it? That score puts in time for the second most points in an NBA game. What a historic night.
When Kobe did what he did back in '06, I never thought we'd see something like that again. But tonight has been an absolute legendary performance. I'm still in shock that we've seen 81 twice now. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability. And got it! Another basket.
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands, Greg, alone for second place for points. What an unbelievable night.
To think that he has eclipsed Kobe's mark of 81 and now has his sights set on 100. This is a game we'll be talking about for decades, making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Markkanen a screen on Jaquez. Pass to Collier. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by the Heat. Jaquez outside. Fires the 3. And another one falls.
90, a legendary performance.
We'll be talking about this one, Greg, for a long, long time. Here's Collier. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Tyler, we know you are never shy. What gives you that confidence to let it fly when the pressure is on?
I like taking the big shot. My teammates, my coaches, they all trust me, put me in the right spots, and sometimes I make a couple big shots here and there.
Well, you give them a reason to trust as well. Congratulations.
Terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jaime Jaquez.